My wife Christina and I have been at North for about a month and a half, not very long. We actually just moved out here from California, and we were starting to get involved here and trying to think, okay, what does God want us to do for this, not for this building campaign and for this first fruits offering here. We're looking to really want to get involved and don't want to be floating around places, and so we've really felt God saying, hey, get settled in and get going and get involved in this church. And so we were thinking about it, trying to figure out, okay, what are we going to do? How much can we give? What can we afford? What's a good amount? And I'd been thinking about the first fruits offering, and this number of $1,000 popped into my head. It was just, I don't know, I didn't at the time have any idea of where it came from, but I was just thinking $1,000 would be a good number to give to that first fruits offering. But I didn't know where that money was going to come from. We'd just got married just over 2 months ago, and then we moved out here and just getting settled in a new job, and so a lot of just stuff up in the air, and we budgeted things pretty tightly, and we were trying to figure out, okay, well, how are we going to get, I'd love to get that money, but how am I going to get it?
When it came to the first fruits offering, my mind was just blank. I didn't know what we should do. And my husband had been thinking about $1,000, but he hadn't told me about that. So anyway, one day he came home from work and told me that unexpectedly he was going to be getting an extra $1,000 from his previous job because of an invoice they had forgotten to send in. And when I heard that, my first thought was, we need to give that money to the first fruits offering. How perfect.
It's amazing to see the way God provided a gift to us, an unexpected gift to us, so that we would be able to give, in return, have the pleasure of giving back.
Lori and I first heard about the building project, and we in the fundraising project. We talked long and hard about things we could do and what we had, and I have a collection of die-cast metal trucks and things that I've collected over a 15-year period. That's a few hundred, maybe 1,000 pieces. I've lost track of it. And decided that we would begin selling those. I started that last week. I've sold the first 26 out of I don't know how many hundreds, and that total from the first week was about $1,100, 26 pieces as of this evening. And we're guessing by the time it's done that we're going to be up probably $5,000 to $7,000, and we're doing all this on eBay. And just anxious to get as much of it done, if not all of it, by the time the first fruits offering comes by in Thanksgiving. Just anxious to see what God does and what part He'll have us play.
Hi, my name is Robbie Locke, better known as Toby's dad. I'm actually on my way out, and I had been praying about participating in the capital campaign, and then God led me to a ministry in Maine, and so I'm leaving. But I felt before I went that God would have me to do something, at least to take part in the Thanksgiving offering. And so I was listening to David preach 2 Sundays ago, and as he preached, it just seemed like God said to me, I want you to go home and write a check for this specific amount. I know you don't have it. Don't ask me why or how, just do it. Obey me. And I felt a real compulsion from the Lord to do that. So I went home and I wrote the check Sunday afternoon and took it to David on Monday morning. What amazed me was that literally 2 days later on Wednesday, I received an envelope from a church in Rhode Island. And this church had heard about my internet ministry in Spanish and wanted to have a part in what I was doing. And the amazing thing is, this check was exactly twice the amount that I had given to the church. And I was just overwhelmed. I know God doesn't do it that way all the time, but in my case, within 2 days, He doubled the amount back to me what I had given for the offering on Thanksgiving. I'm thankful to God. He's faithful, and I know He's going to continue to be faithful in the capital campaign.